Hi everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Now tonight we have another What Up exclusive. I've managed to procure a document that states when some of the audio work is being done for the Wheel of Time trailer. Now that's pretty exciting because from this we can kind of sort of maybe figure out when the trailer is going to drop or when it could drop, and then from when the trailer drops, possibly when we'll get to see the show, which is, I think that's pretty exciting anyway. So before we do get into the video, I want to warn you that there's no spoilers whatsoever. So we're not going to talk about any of the character arcs or plot points contained in the series, so if you haven't already read The Wheel of Time, don't worry about it. We're not going to spoil any of it for you in this video. So what's this mysterious document that was handed to me? Well, a source close to the production gave me a document that stated that they're doing some of the foreign language audio dubbing on April 22nd of this year, which includes voice but not singing. So this document's pretty important for a number of different reasons, but let's talk about the most important one first, voice not singing. I mean, yeah, the release date of this is important, but this states that they're going to be doing the voices of the actors in the trailer, but not any singing that's going to happen. Now, if there was no singing whatsoever, I assume they wouldn't even mention that. So we're probably going to get an English language song, and I'm kind of hoping it's either an original one they made up for the show, sort of like Toss a Coin to Your Witcher did for The Witcher, because, I mean, it was a huge viral marketing campaign that went through the masses. Not just Witcher fans, but everyone loved it. Everyone talked a lot about it, and it did a whole lot for promoting the show. So if they do something like that, something just as catchy or just as cool, I'm hoping that it will be just as big as that particular song for the show. So we're pretty sure we're going to get some kind of song in it, whether it be one of the old staples from the books, Tinker in the Kitchen, or, Tarwin's Gap, or any of those, really. That would be cool, but I'm kind of hoping for something original and catchy and made up just for marketing. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, the next point of this document says April 22nd. Now, that's pretty huge because that means that the trailer is pretty much done, because they need to know which lines to say for which actors in order to do the dubbing. Now, that means that whatever external company handles the trailers is pretty much finished at this point and is ready to hand it off for more post, so the dubbing and different things like that. And if they do it on the 22nd of April, a release can't be too far behind. Now, I did talk to my source just a little bit about this, and they let me know that when they dub a trailer, essentially the release date is weeks out, not months. So we're looking at something fairly close to April 22nd, within the next month or two. Now, within the last few weeks, I've talked to a couple of sources close to the production. Just in passing, they mentioned that we may see something big in May. And I've heard another rumor from another source close to production that the trailer may drop in May. Now, I never talked about either of these things because essentially they're just rumors. I have no proof to back them up. It just came up in idle conversation, and it was sort of like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We could see something big happen in May. And this sort of corroborates that. Like, it kind of shows that if they do the dubbing for it on the 22nd, if it takes a few weeks for it to come out, maybe we will actually get to see this trailer drop in May. Now, that would be massive. It would be fairly huge if it did. Now, if it does come out in May, we can sort of, by looking at some of the other big fantasy properties out there, determine when we may actually get the release of the show, which is still within 2021. So the first big fantasy property we can look at is Game of Thrones. Now, Game of Thrones came out way back in 2011, but they marketed it not quite the same way that Wheel of Time is being marketed by Amazon Prime, but they did do some similar things. They released castings, they released set videos, they released a full behind-the-scenes video of the first season long before the first season ever came out. They did all kinds of really neat things, but they saw their first teaser trailer 13th of June 2010. Now, I guess that could be considered what we're seeing with The Winespring Inn, or Tam's Sword, or Tom's Guitar, or even Matt's Dagger. Any of those could be considered teaser trailers because they were promotional material made basically just to market the show and for no other reason. So I guess we would call those our teaser trailers. Game of Thrones then had an actual trailer release the 12th of September 2010. So we haven't had ours yet for Wheel of Time, but when Game of Thrones was released was April 2011, a full 7 months after the trailer dropped. So let's assume we get our trailer in May. The Wheel of Time trailer drops sometime near the 1st of May, and then 7 months later, if they follow HBO's same marketing strategy and the same time frame, you're looking at a December release for Wheel of Time, which generally properties released in December do very well. We had The Mandalorian, we had a number of other streaming platforms release big shows in December because people are going on holiday break and whatnot, and they have a lot of time to watch. So it would make a lot of sense if we do see this in December. Now, I know I said a number of times that I think that a Black Friday release is likely. I still think that's likely, but December also makes sense if they follow the same model because a lot of the big shows are released then. So the next big fantasy property we could take a look at would be Netflix, and that's The Witcher. So The Witcher was done completely differently. So there wasn't as much promotional material came out prior to, kind of like what we're seeing with Wheel of Time. Now, I know a lot of the fan base is thinking we're not getting a whole lot out of production or a whole lot from Amazon, but we actually are getting a lot of stuff very early. Normally when they market a show, they market it to everyone, not just the fandom. But what they're kind of doing right now is they're speaking just to the fandom and they're giving us little teases here and there. So it is just a little bit different. Amazon is trying something different here. So with The Witcher, the trailer came out October 31st of 2019, which, it was a really big trailer. It was millions of views on YouTube. And then a mere 3 months later, on December 20th, 2019, we had The Witcher release. So you're looking at just 3 months. So let's say the Wheel of Time trailer comes out in May. 3 months later puts us at August. August is not a super likely release date, in my opinion anyway, because it's late summer and not a lot of the big shows happen to come out in August. Is it likely? I don't think so. I would like to think that we're probably getting it either Black Friday or Christmas over August, but anything earlier, I'm happy with. So if we happen to have something come out just a few months earlier than that, I'm all for it because I really do want the show to drop, and I'd like to see it sometime within 2021 because of all the the pushbacks from COVID and whatnot. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Am I off base here? Do you think we're going to get a trailer in May? Do you think that perhaps it could mean that a 2021 release is imminent, that we'll get it sometime either this fall or Christmas? I'd like to know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Also, if you like Wheel of Time content, I put out 1 to 2 Wheel of Time videos per week, usually Wheel of Time on Prime centric, but sometimes I do Wheel of Time book content as well. So if you like that sort of thing, please click the subscribe button. Also click the notification bell because the videos don't always come out on the same day. So you want those notifications on so you know when I put out a video. All right, thank you so much for sticking with me here to the very end. And here's to many more.